my name's Eliza. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new here. So today I thought we'd have a nice cozy little chat about going on holiday with a chronic condition. It is horrible here today, like it's really dark and wet and just dank and not very pleasant, so I was thinking, why not do a nice little cozy chat with you guys? So quick little visual description. I'm Eliza, a young white lady with curly blonde brown hair. I am wearing a white vest top with strawberries on it and a blue skirt with flowers on it, and I am currently holding a little mug with cows on it. Living with a chronic illness is incredibly difficult. Living with multiple chronic conditions is, well, it's challenging. It's very challenging, shall we say. And the fun thing with all of that is it's basically a balancing act of what activities do not cause you to flare up and what activities do. And sometimes you have to do activities that make you flare, which obviously isn't advised, but sometimes that is what you have to do. Now, I recently went on holiday not too far away because my parents were kind enough to book a place that wasn't too far, because travelling always makes me feel incredibly rubbish. So they were kind enough to book a holiday that was only, I think, about 3 hours away from where I live, which wasn't too bad at all. And the place we were staying at had a bedroom and bathroom downstairs, so I didn't have to manage any stairs while we were on holiday, which made a difference because where I currently live with my parents, I have to manage a lot of stairs. There are stairs to get into our house, there's stairs inside the house, and the stairs into the back garden as well. So it was a nice change. I could actually use my wheelchair inside, which I have never been able to do before. So, in terms of managing on holiday with a chronic condition or multiple chronic conditions, it's a lot more challenging than usual because you don't have your comforts of home and you're unable to bring everything you need with you, obviously. So I spent a lot of time while we were on holiday actually falling asleep in the car because I was so exhausted, which was a very weird feeling because anybody with fatigue can tell you fatigue just is horrible, it sucks. When you've done a lot of activity and you're experiencing post-exertional malaise, it's really, really difficult to remain conscious. And so when I was falling asleep in the car, it was like blinking, but I'd blink and it would be 20 minutes later. So it was a very unusual sensation. As for managing, like I say, it's incredibly difficult to manage while you're on holiday. Obviously, mobility aids are a must. This year, I only brought my wheelchair and my walking stick with me because I knew any activity we did outside, I wasn't really going to manage being able to walk because I can only walk very, very short distances. So I just brought my wheelchair with us. Obviously, the charger, that's very important to remember, otherwise, it is just going to run out of charge. And I brought comfortable shoes because I don't know if it's a me thing or just a chronic illness thing, but my feet tend to swell up in the heat. And that's very, very painful, especially if you're wearing shoes that don't have a little bit of give in them. So definitely comfy shoes is a must have. Medication, always remember your medication when you're going on holiday. And I also brought my TENS machine with me. I didn't end up actually using it because the type of pain I was experiencing the majority of the holiday wasn't something that the TENS machine could touch, unfortunately. But it's still worth, if you've got pain relief stuff, not medicational, such as the TENS machine or deep heat or one of those massage gun thingy majiggies. It's worth bringing with just in case you need it. And obviously, as any chronically ill or disabled person or both will tell you, going on holiday is quite a stressful experience because you have to remember so many different things, and you end up bringing so much more than your average non-disabled person because you need all of these extra things. So I have been known to bring a lot of clothes with me on holiday. This year I brought like a very, very minimal wardrobe, and yet I still had so much with me because I have to use lots of different creams because I've got eczema, and I've got to wear sun cream pretty much all of the time because I burn incredibly easily. I had to bring all my medication. I had to so it's a lot of stuff to bring with. And what we actually brought with me this year, which I'd never brought with me before, was my AC unit, which I bought during the winter sale last year because I thought ahead, you see, because I was like, I'm not paying summer prices. I don't have that kind of money. So we brought that with, and that was really, really useful because it got up to, I think, 30 something while we were away. Which I've got heat intolerance, so that was quite uncomfortable for me. So the AC unit really helped. But where we're on holiday in the Peak District was incredibly accessible, surprisingly, because where I live, there isn't a lot of accessible places, and even getting into the town that I live in is incredibly difficult because there's not a lot of drop curbs. The pavements are all at like an uneven kilter. But where we were staying in the Peak District, there were lots and lots of different options and places to go visit. There were a lot of National Trust places that we could go to. There were lots of walks we could do, which was brilliant for the dog. And there was quite a few like little shopping thingies we could go to, which was really nice. One of the things I will say, which was a completely new experience for me, was we went on cable cars, and I am terrified of heights. This was my suggestion though, I will admit that. This was at a place called, the Heights of Abraham, and I went on a cable car in my wheelchair. Like, I've never done that walking. I've never ever been on a cable car before, and despite my fear of heights, it was good. It was safe. I mean, I didn't enjoy the cable cars because terrified of heights, but it was really, really good. When we got up there, all of the buildings were accessible. I was limited on where I could go on there, but they had an accessibility map, so I could see where I could go. But because of where it is, it was on like a very, very steep kind of hill thing. So obviously some of the paths, they're all paved, I will say that. And it was like you could do it at your own risk, but I mean some of the paths were like incredibly steep, so I didn't do that. And obviously I couldn't go into, they have caverns, like old miney bits down there, and obviously I couldn't do that. But then it was really pretty, and there were like people dressed up in character, which was really interesting. My shoes kept getting complimented, which never going to complain about that. So it was really nice actually. There were also a lot of really nice accessible bathrooms. I know it's a little bit of a weird thing to be happy about on holiday. Like, I don't think a lot of people tend to think about toilets, but there were loads of accessible bathrooms that were really, really nice and like clean, and the emergency cord hung all the way down to the floor, which is such a rare occurrence. Speaking of, the place we stayed had an emergency cord in it, which is amazing because that's like, you don't really get that in cottages or houses or anything, but they had one and it was amazing. And there was actually a walk-in shower, which I, honest to goodness, made showering so much easier because where we live, we have a bath shower, so you have to step into the bath to get to the shower, which is really difficult when you can't move one of your legs properly. So that was amazing. So yeah, it was a really good holiday actually. I mean, I am utterly exhausted now, and all of my conditions are flaring, and I've spent 2 days purely in bed. But I have to be up and at it today because I've got an appointment and some volunteering that I need to do. Well, I don't need to do that, I want to do. So I have to be up and at it today. But it was a really positive holiday actually. So I will say, from my years of being ill, some of the things that I've learned about going away on holiday, if you can avoid it, is it's really important to have those like little rest breaks. So a lot of my rest breaks were in the car, but I did have one day while we were on holiday. It was, I think, day 2, where I just rested the entire day. My dad and sister went off to do other things. My mum stayed at the place we were staying at with me, and I just rested the whole day, which I think made it so that I could actually manage the rest of the holiday. So that was really, really nice. And we only went away for a week, which was definitely more manageable for me because we've done it before where we've gone away for longer and further away. So we usually go up to Wales because we've got family up there and it's beautiful. But that's quite a long drive, and my body really, really struggles with sitting still for any extended periods of time. So being that bit closer and only going away for a shorter amount of time made it a heck of a lot easier for me. I will say it would have been a lot more manageable if it wasn't so hot, but we cannot control the weather. So that was, yeah, it was really nice. So I thought today I'd just do this nice little short chat about it, kind of less formal, organised than I usually do because I'm running very low on energy at the moment. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get back to doing it a bit more structured soon. Like, I've got a couple of reviews of products that I would like to do. Everything's funded with my own money. But I've got a couple of reviews that I'd like to do, just of my impartial opinion, really. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to, please subscribe and like and leave a comment if you have any questions or requests. Yeah, thank you.